Hey Flosstube, how you guys doing? It's Lori here, Sharky Stitcher. I'm also got an Instagram as Sharky Stitcher. We talk about cross stitch on here. We're harmless, don't be afraid. Come in, we're fun. Yeah, we're fun. And sorry guys, it's been a minute since my last video. I can explain. Well, I had filmed this once before and was already apologizing. Sorry guys, it's been a while. And because it's been a while, I thought I would give you guys like a life update, because that's kind of why it's been a while, because life has kind of gotten in the way of stitching a little bit. And then when I shot that video, I rambled forever about non-stitching related stuff, which some of you guys might not mind. You know, maybe I could have posted it, but part of the life update was I basically did epic battle, Home Alone style, with two thieving raccoons that were trying to break their asses into my roof. And part of the Fort Knoxing of the roof post their capture and safe removal. They're still alive somewhere. As long as they're not trying to break in my roof, I don't care. But part of the Fort Knoxing of the roof was I was spraying this, I can't even remember what it's called. It's, I don't know, deer repellent, some people call it. Coyote urine, I've also heard it called, but I do know it has urea in it. And the stuff is noxious. I can see why it would repel small prey items, because I am a large predator and I would not want to be around that stuff. But I had shot this video the day that I sprayed that stuff, and then I was in the shower pretty much snorting handfuls of water to try to clear out my nasal passages, because the stuff just like stained and that was like all I could smell. And during the video I'm constantly like rubbing my nose, scratching my nose, and I wasn't even aware of it. So when I went back and checked the video, I just like, I couldn't stand it, and I'm like, I'm not posting it, I'll reshoot it. And then I forgot to reshoot it, so sorry about that guys. But hey, I'm back now and I missed you guys, and let's talk about some stitching. But I do want to do a little bit of a life update just to kind of explain my absence. I'm gonna try and keep it super short. I will put a timestamp in the description if you really don't want to hear about it, you're just here for the stitching. And just to give you guys a preview of what stitching stuff I'll show you where I stopped on Fairy Moon, because that's what I was stitching on in the last video. I've got my new mermaid started. I'll show you her and some of the fabric considerations I had for her. I've got a few new crystals and stuff. I've got some new clay by Kim's. So that's what you'll be tuning in for if you're skipping the little life chat. And I'm going to try and keep it short, like a couple minutes. So, but look down if you want to skip ahead, just in case I do get rambly. So, but life update. Most of the things that have been going on that have kept me from stitching and like posting and stuff are work related. I'm a self-employed massage therapist. I also am a registered yoga teacher. I've been wanting to get back into teaching yoga. But before I do that, when I teach yoga, I tend to feel like I don't have as much time to take yoga. So I'm taking a shit ton of yoga right now to kind of get me back into shape. That, and I someday want to open like my own yoga studio. And so when I go and I take a bunch of different classes at a bunch of different studios, I kind of call it field research, you know. So and then massage wise, I'm taking a bunch of CEUs. I'm self-employed, you know, and business has been pretty good, but I also have a lot of travel like for fun, but I also tend to travel. Like I've got a CEU class in January in Costa Rica for massage, and so that's fun, and I've wanted to go back to Costa Rica for a while, and it's fun using the CEUs as an excuse to travel. So but to travel you need money, so I've been working a little bit more, you know. And one of the other travel type things I've got going on is there's a tattoo artist who I am on step 3 out of 8 in booking with, potentially for next year, starting March to like who knows when. So that's a thing coming up, so that's a thing I'm saving for, so therefore I'm working more, you know, so little things like that. But yeah, mostly it's work related. I'm also, since I'm self-employed, I've got a lot of behind the scenes stuff to do. I've got to do my sales tax every month. I've got to do books. I've got to do supply ordering. Laundry is pretty much my actual job. So I've also got to find a new accountant, because I had to do my own taxes this year, which sucked, and I don't want to do it next year, so I need to find a new accountant. So that's something I've been doing. Also, both my sons, the one who doesn't live at home with me and the one that does live at home with me, and my dog have all had some kind of tooth issue pop up. So I've been scheduling dental appointments. The dog, I still need to schedule her, like she had her like annual shots, just annual type stuff. and they checked her teeth and said she needs a cleaning, so I need to take her in for a cleaning, so they need to sedate her and all that fun stuff. My kid chipped a tooth, I chipped a filling. My other kid, I don't know what's going on with him yet, but we'll find out once we take him to the dentist. So I've had to arrange all that stuff. So fun, yay. Dentist is my least favorite thing in the world, I would say. So that's going on. But yeah, not bad stuff, you know, just life stuff, you know, but I just want to let you guys know what's been going on. So yay, there we go. That's much quicker than the last version I did. I really rambled a lot last one. So let's get back into stitching. If you are tuning in from the timestamp, welcome back. Time for stitchy stuff. So let's go right into Fairy Moon. I got her down here. And I switched off of her kind of before I normally would have because I was so like gunning to start this design here. So here is Fairy Moon. And I love this fabric. Every time I look at this fabric, I'm like, yeah. But yeah, she's coming along nicely. And she's striking me too, because she's 32 count, and it's been a while since I worked on 32 count. So it's like, it seems so teeny tiny. I'm really going to be kicking myself when I get to the moon that's fully beaded, but we'll worry about that when we get there. So this is like the top bust part of her dress, the little poofy part of her sleeve, and then this is like the shawl that she's wearing. Doing the skin over one. I was going to do it in silks, but when I looked at the conversions for the colors in her skin, they didn't have those specific colors. So, I mean, I could switch to another color, I guess, but I don't feel like it. So I'm probably just going to use the DMC, be like, oh, this silk was a nice idea, but let's just use the DMC that you already have and you don't have to convert. And because I have a tendency, if I have to take another step to do something, I'm just going to procrastinate more about it. So I'd rather get it done. Same thing with Tribal Queen, what you guys know as Gypsy Queen from Mirabella. I'm doing her skin over one. I wanted to do it in silk, but I'm running into the same issue where I'm not finding the right conversion. So I would have to convert her skin tone, which I don't feel like doing. So, but anyways, the design that has taken up my time as of recent, I mentioned her in my last video, but I didn't have her yet because she was brand new. Well, here she is. This is Maiden of Tubataha by Bella Filipina. I love her, and as soon as I saw her, I was like, gotta do her. I love the flow. I love all the coral bits coming off of her. I like the colors. I like how she showed up on this fabric. This is not the fabric I ended up using, though. This is Neverland by Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers, and I did immediately order some. You know, and it was a consideration, and I'm the type too, like, I need to love the fabric or I'm not going to love stitching on it. So, you know, fabric's expensive, you know, like when you use it for a design, you need to love it. So, and what I liked about the fabric really is all the play of color that's in here. And this part looks very purple. This is kind of a greeny blue up here, and this kind of looks like little bits of red. Well, it's not bits of red, it's actually brown, and it's a little too brown for my taste. So here's the piece that I got. One of my hairs is attached to it. That's normal. So yeah, it was just a little too brown. Of course, it's opalescent. But it was cool, and I was like, you know, that might work. But when I did the toss, you know, she's so blue that I didn't know that she would set herself off of this, which, you know, there's lots of blue in that fabric too, but I'll get to that in a minute. But I really wasn't liking the spots of brown. And I was like, you know, it would be okay, but let's get into the fabric box and just see. And I stumbled across this piece of fabric that I had forgotten about, and I've shown it in previous videos. And this is a piece by Under the Sea Fabrics called Hecate. Now this is the piece that I cut off. I had a full yard of it, and I think I was considering this for Fairy Moon at one point. But I thought the colors were too vivid and her dress is kind of muted. So I thought it was kind of clashy. Now this is the piece I cut off. But this piece is definitely very blue, purple, fuchsia pink. And one concern I had, because I posted my fabric on Instagram, and it got a lot of attention. And I was kind of nervous because I don't want people seeing my piece and being like, oh my God, I'm going to order that fabric for it. Chances of you getting a piece that looks like mine is not very good. Because I feel like this is more a true piece because it's very mixed. Whereas this piece, most of the top part is blue. And I remember when I was showing this fabric, like in a video long ago, I was showing this part going, wouldn't this piece look good for a mermaid? Well, here we are. So, but yeah, I was so happy when I landed on this fabric because I love this fabric, and I was like, I need to find something to do it on. And it's always fun when you pull fabric out of stash and are like, okay, yeah, I'm going to use this. I mean, I ordered fabric to get there, but I'll find something else to do with it. Like, don't worry. So I'll show you guys her. And opalescent, of course. And again, this is Hecate by Under the Sea Fabric. And most of the top half is blue, and then the bottom's more purple. There's this little splash of pink here, which I really like that because pink and I don't always get along. So I like that the pink is there, but it's kind of minimal. But I do think it'll look good with all the little coral projections she has. So I'm working on her tail, and it's coming along well. And she does kind of like this color of her tail, it kind of blends in with this fabric a little bit. But because she's got these dark fins, which aren't finished, and she's got a bunch of beads and stuff, I think it's going to be fine. That, and down here, the fin's mostly this dark color, so it'll stand out really nicely. And then her hair is really dark, so. But yeah, I'm loving her. I did switch some of these metallics in her tail. They were supposed to be Vatican Gold, I believe, which is kind of a mix of gold and silver. I just switched it to silver because I prefer, when it comes to like metal jewelry type stuff, I prefer silver. I like it better. And especially on a cold kind of color palette here, I like silver with cold colors. Now, if it was like reds and oranges, then I'd be down for gold because it just goes with it better. But I opted to switch her to silvers. That, and I don't know, I wasn't feeling like with her color palette, I wasn't feeling gold. I wanted silver. So, and the silver that I picked, where is it at? It might be in my box here. Yes, it is. Okay, so here's the Vatican Gold, the one that was recommended, kind of gold and silver. And then here's the silver that I use. This is 3231. And it's kind of a silver with like 032 kind of like rainbow mixed in it. So it's not just straight silver, which I felt like it looked good on her. So yeah, I switched that up a little bit. But yeah, I'm loving her. And here's my new Clay by Kim's. Tide pools came out. I was so excited. I struck out on a lot of the Clay by Kim's. I wasn't trying very hard because like they were cute and I would like to have them, but they weren't like on my hit list because I have a couple of her themed dragons that are high up on my hit list. And so when she put some out and I'm like, okay, you know, that's cool, but I kind of have a lot of green dragons already, you know, like I wasn't going after them too hard, but I wasn't winning them either. So I was kind of nervous when the tide pools came out. So I was very happy I managed to get a tide pool, a little sea snail, and a little, I guess, tide pool cluster with the seashell. So, but I'll give you guys a closer look at them because they are definitely worthy of a closer look, I do believe. So let's do the dragon first. So, and the tide pools are the only theme, well, so far, that I will buy multiples of because she changes them so much. So this one, it's like greens and blues and oranges, and these never show up on camera good enough, in my opinion. Like, they don't focus enough. I really love these little underwings because they're like translucent, kind of see-through. Got little water splashes on them and a little fishy tail, so that's super cute. And it sounds funny, but this one really looks cool from like behind because she puts this cool pattern on the tide pool dragon, so I really like that. But yeah, I thought that was cute. And you know, I'm a sucker for the aquatics, so I am always down for tide pools. And I'll show you the other two, the sea snail and the little non-dragon cluster thingy. So, and I was actually surprised I managed to get this the same time I got the dragon. It's so rare that you can get two at once, but they're just very aquatic, you know, like little splashes and seashells and starfishies. The sea snails are kind of cool because you can kind of tell like she uses like the remnants of like, I don't know, cast off bits of clay that she doesn't need anymore. And I remember this dragon, she made like these blue and green dragons, And I don't even think I tried to get these ones because there wasn't a theme to them, and I have plenty of like blue and green dragons, so I thought, oh, I'll let that one go. But then I can see the pattern in this sea snail, so it's kind of like I have it without having the dragon, so that's cool. And when she had posted this one, she had posted a picture of like a cluster of things, and I remember spotting this one and thinking, I like the pattern on that one, and I like these two little dark purple swoopies. So when she posted them, I was like target mode. You know, I'd already gotten my dragon, so I was going after this in particular, and I managed to get it. That's always kind of satisfying. I feel like a sniper, you know, one shot, one kill kind of thing. But yeah, super cool. And I'm always happy to get aquatic Clay by Kim things, so that was cool. And I need a needle slide now. She hasn't done very many Tide Pool needle slides, and by needle slide I mean these things. So it's like a little needle case. And she did some like that had like tentacles and stuff a long time ago, and I keep wanting her to do those again because I really want one, preferably with purple tentacles. So, but she didn't do those this time. And she did do a few needle cases, but I was going after the dragon, so I didn't have time to go after it. Okay, so, oh, and let me show you, I don't think I showed you the floss and stuff for her, which I am missing a silk. But here's all her colors for the most part. A lot of the corals are like pinks and tans and stuff. And what's funny is, here's one of the silks. This isn't her tail. I've been using it already. But what's funny is this silk here. So she had a silk in her supply list, 301 water lily silk. And I couldn't find it anywhere. And then someone else posted on Facebook, has anyone found? And just reading that, I thought, wonder if it was a typo. And so then I looked on 123 Stitch. I thought, okay, it says 301. Maybe they meant 103. So I did a search and I came up with this color. And I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, that's probably in the caramel. That's probably the right color. So I ordered it. Well, I don't think this is the right color. But at the same time, I might use it because it looks like the original color or the color that I'm supposed to find, which I still haven't found it yet. It looks like it's supposed to be like tans and pinks or something like that, and it goes in the coral. And I think I'm just going to use this because I really love the little purple bits in it, and I think it's pretty. And it goes well enough with what I got here that I think it'll be fine. So I might just use this one. And then I've got a bunch of beads in here that I'm going to convert, but I'm planning on doing like a bead conversion video at some point later, so I'll probably get into that later. So, but yeah, that's all the stuff for her. And I'm really enjoying stitching on her. How long am I going to stitch on her? I don't know. We'll see. I do sometimes have this weird thought creep into my head, like, maybe you can stitch them until they're finished. And then I'm like, well, that would be nice to finish something like that. But at the same time, I've got a lot of other projects that I haven't worked on. I was just thinking earlier, you know, I haven't touched Serengeti for a while. That piece is so big, I really need to pick it up and do something on it, you know, if I'm ever going to get it done. So while it would be nice to stitch on one thing and get it done, because like looking at her chart, I'm like, compared to a Mirabilia, like I'm talking Fairy Moon, like big, huge fold out chart, she's only like 6 pages, you know, and I tape the middles together, so really it's like 3 pages, you know, like her head, her tail, and the bottom part of her tail, and that's it. Like, I'm like, I could get her done pretty quick if I tried, quicker than like Fairy Moon and Serengeti for sure. But then it's like, I need to work on my other projects too, so yeah. Next, another little fabric thing. I showed you guys last time this Alforce Embroidery Kit that I bought, and I'm planning on stitching it on my trip to Florida just because it's like perfect for that, because she's just this little swamp witch, Kiki Mora. She's got frogs and lily pads and she's in a swamp. I think that's perfect for when I'm down in the Everglades. And her fabric, you know, it's just a plain color. I mean, everything looks good on it, but I kind of wanted something modeled. Well, then when I dug the fabric box out to pick Made in a Tuba Tajas, which, did I tell you that's Bella Filipina? Yeah, Made in a Tuba Taja by Bella Filipina. I came across this piece of fabric, and it's opalescent, and it's modeled, and it's a piece of Picture This Plus Pampas, I guess. And I don't know, like, I'm kind of liking it. Yes, this green might be a bit of an issue, but I feel like it's okay because, like, with this called for color, you kind of lose the oranges a little bit. So it's like, and I really like the mottled effect and the sparkles of this one. So I think I might do it on this one. It is kind of skinny, but I think it'll be okay. I need to measure it just to make sure. But I also need to get it started because my plan is to stitch this like on the plane, and if I have any nights in the hotel room, like just chilling, you know, I can stitch on it. But since I'm planning on it for the plane, I am a stressful flyer type, or stressed out flyer, shall we say. So I don't want to be stressing about fabric that might not be big enough and me finding a center mark, because usually when I'm starting a project, it is a little bit stressful for me, just because I'm like, you got to start it in the right spot on the gun, you know, because I've messed up a few times, like peacock tapestry, you know, it's a little bit over to the side. So I don't need to be stressed out about my stitching while I'm on the plane, already being stressed out about being on the plane. So I'm probably going to throw the first few stitches in there or something and just get it started. So, but I'm thinking I'm going to do the green. I just really like the modeling effect there. So, okay, so then a few haul-wise, I don't really have much. I haven't ordered much because I've been busy. I have plenty of things to work on. I still have my kits from European Cross Stitch on the way. I think it's Hawaiian Garden and Mushroom and Fern. So those are two big kits. Like, I really don't need to buy anything. And I kind of splurged, you know, when she came out, because I bought the chart, the floss, the fabric, the beads and crystals that I could. I'm still converting some of the beads. But, you know, it's like I don't really need to haul too much. But I've got like just a little bit here. Like, I was at Joann's, and they have a small section of Swarovski crystals, and they were 70% off. So, you know, I was getting me some. So I got these ones here. And these are some triangle. I'll pull them out and put them so you can see them a little bit better. These are just some little triangle beads, or crystals, or whatever. My dog's snoring. She's cute. Okay, so here's what that looks like. So it's just like a little triangular crystal. It's just pretty. They're basically like $2 for the thing. So hey. Then I got some other like hangy crystals. I'll just dump them out and show you guys most of them. These are really cool. I'm going to show you the darker colored one. I feel like you'll see that better. So this is a Vitral little hangy crystal. It's not a teardrop. It's got like a shape to it, but I think these would be cool like at the bottom of a belt pull, like poor Sun Dragon here that's, you know, covered in Clay by Kim's. I do intend someday to fully finish the belt pull, and I've got a gold, like yellow crystal kind of like this that I plan to hang at the bottom. This is a clear with a AB finish, so it's not yellow. It looks kind of yellow on the screen, but it's like a clear type crystal. And it just has like a rainbowy finish. These are some Aeronite crystals. That matches my top. That's nice. And then I got these off eBay, and I had ordered them. I was looking for a bunch of starfish designs because I just have a mind to put a bunch of starfish crystals on a bunch of mermaids. And I found these, and I thought these will work for, it's Snow Queen by Mirabilia, the one that she's got the elk. So I got a couple of these. So I thought that might be cool. So yeah, little mini crystal haul. I think I got some others too, but I, you know, can't really think of where they're at. But yeah, I got some more starfish. I think I showed you guys the last time. Thought about doing some on her, but I don't really like how the colors are looking at that. And I want to get more of her done before I start throwing crystals and converting them, because there are a few more like crystals I need to buy of her that like were out of stock on 123 Stitch. So yeah, that needs to be done. I also need to go shopping for some beads because I'm converting her. I've got a couple other mermaids too in the pile that I need to convert, so I need to go bead shopping. And then that kind of segues us into some of the future videos I'm going to do. I'm going to do some videos on beading, like how to convert, just things like that. I might feature Mermaid of the Pearls back here again. I do have a video just about her before I framed her, like way back on the channel a little bit. I did convert most of her beads to Delica, not all of them, because I kind of only convert colored stones, but if they're pearls, I leave those as Mill Hill because I feel like Mill Hill lends itself to more of a pearl shape. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, I don't really have much more haul going on. Yeah, just don't. I'm hoping to get more stitching done. Again, I don't know what I'm stitching on after her, and I don't know where I'm stopping. I think I would like to get most of her tail done, and I think I'm not gonna wait to bead her. I think I'm just gonna start beading her, just because that kind of helps me when I convert a little bit. So yeah. But anyways, short, sweet video, but you know, I didn't really have a lot to show you guys, so I guess that's to be expected. I missed you guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful summer. Mine's going pretty good. It's exciting. So yeah, hopefully next video I'll have more to show you. I think I'm going to try and put out another beading video before that. I might do like a drool with me and go over like my fabric stash too, you know, let me know like if that's a thing you guys might like to see. I will eventually do a Clay by Kim kind of tour, but I'm waiting until I finish like my year cycle, because there's a bunch of her themed like seasonal dragons that I haven't gotten yet. So I want to kind of get to that point and feel a little bit more complete, you know, before I do that. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.